Peace to the family. This video that I'm making is about everybody and anybody that agree with President Trump on sending federal troops into Chicago to help us with gun violence. He gonna help us with gun violence. Okay. All right. So that's what the video is about. And let me just say out loud that I'm gonna use some choice language. So if you so wholly minded that you can't hear a couple of cuss words and choice words, please just hang up. You know. But let me go ahead and go in. When the federal troops get here, because we're talking about soldiers. Soldiers are trained to go and find the enemy. That's what they train to do. Who do you think they looking for? They looking for young, black, and brown men. And so anybody that can agree for the United States government to send troops in here to be looking for my little brothers and little sisters, you are an enemy to our people. Yes, I identify as an African American. So for people who, people who don't agree with titles and all of that, hey, I play on the team. I'm an African. As you can see, I study my history. Yeah, that shit ain't up there for show. I love being black. Love it. But getting back to the point, federal troops, how they gonna help us? Let's think about how we got here. Let's think about how we got here. Okay? All right? Okay? Let's think about how we got here. First off, they tore down all of the housing projects. They tore down all of the housing projects. Now, for people who don't know this, right, the history behind the projects, it was a social engineer that told Daddy Mayor Daley, the one that created the political machine here in Chicago that's still functioning, right? They told him, if you put all of these low to medium income people all in these projects together, it is going to destroy them socially and economically. Well, as you can see, we didn't have one project, two projects, we had several all over the goddamn city. And they tore them down. Now the group who was assigned for urban development, the name of that group is called the Urban Land Institute. I know most of you motherfuckers ain't never heard of it, right? Here go a quote from the Urban Land Institute. I'm gonna look at it because I don't want to get the shit wrong, right? It say, we didn't understand what it meant to move that many people at once, that dramatically and that quickly. Her name is Lynn Ross. So we in the age of political correctness. When people look back in history, that's what they gonna call this age. This the age of political correctness, right? Basically, what the lady is saying is, we was a test subject. They didn't realize that they was gonna fuck us up by doing that, but they didn't did it, and oh fucking well. Oh fucking well. Right? Next point. This shit just happened. They closed 50 fucking schools. 50 schools. It shouldn't come as a surprise to anybody. 48 of them was in black and brown communities. What was the primary reason for doing it? What was the primary reason? Because they wanted to save money. They still don't got enough money to run the school. Don't you see that? Next, they closed Governor Roundup, and I don't need to call their names. Y'all know who was going through our communities. I don't want to make these niggas more famous than what they, because I try not to call people coons and everything, because I don't know their whole story. I don't know what they was talking about behind closed doors. So I can't call these guys coons, right? But they was G'ing. They was G'ing for the governor. Hey, vote for him, right? He closed all of the mental health clinics. He closed them. Tom Dart, right? Tom Dart. He the sheriff of Crook County, right? Tom Dart said that he need mental health professionals down there in Cook County. That 80% of the inmates got some form of mental health issues. So let's think about this for a second. If we was to just take those three things, tearing down the projects, closing 50 schools, and closing the mental health institutions. Let me think about this for a second. Would that affect violence here in Chicago? Let me think for a second. Nigga, yeah! Yeah! Why? Why, Rob? What do that got to do with anything? Let's say for instance, right? Okay? You stayed in Stateway Gardens. Better yet, you stayed in Robert Taylor's. What gang are you in if you in Robert Taylor's? What gang are you in? Because that's when shit was organized. What gang are you in? You GD. And you mean to tell me that those people from the projects that got their Section 8 vouchers, none of them niggas had to go over into a area where the foes was at, where the Lords was at, where the Stones was at? Got into it with their own GDs. So of course it's gonna be more violence. It was a setup from the beginning. It was a setup from the beginning. Not to mention generational poverty. You know, it's a quote, man. A quote. And the brother say, nothing stops a bullet like a job. Nothing stops a bullet like a job. So I got an initiative. Look, in the spring, we're going to support our black business here in Chicago. Oh, yes, we're going to do it. But generational poverty, 80+% of the young men that live here in Chicago are not going to school, right? Not going to school and not working. What the fuck you think them niggas doing? The fuck you think they doing? Shooting each other. That's what they doing. And the reason why, it shouldn't be a secret. It shouldn't be a fucking secret to nobody. The crack era here in Chicago lowered our morals and ethics toward each other. Let me paint a picture for you. Let's say, for instance, You sell drugs, and a 50-year-old person, 40-year-old person, you 15, they 40, and you serving them. Will you have respect for your elders? Let me think about this for a second. Nigga, no! No! Look, right? You 15. You sell a product that people are chemically addicted to it. When they wake up in the morning, they not saying thank you, Jesus. When they wake up in the morning, guess what they doing, fam? Putting their sawbuck together to come and shop with you. You see? Go shop with the drug dealer. You see? Yeah, that's what they doing. That's what they doing. You making $1,000 a week. My mama go to work every day. You making $1,000 a day, my fault. My mama go to work every day. She making $500 a week. Is this going to create a sense of disrespect for our elders, being that you make more money than them? Let me think about this for a second. Nigga, yeah! Damn! Next thing, right? The conditions of the welfare state. Because see, people always talking about, man, these kids, man, ain't nobody raising them. Ain't nobody at home raising them. What were the social conditions that were created when they were creating the welfare state? What were the social conditions? Right? If you a mother and you got children, and one of those DCF workers come by the crib and see the father in there, you cut off. So what did the father do? He left home. Why the fuck would they put a statue like that? Why would they put a statue like that in the bill? Systematic racism. That's what it is. It's no need for us to overlook that. No need. No need. So that's why fathers are not in the home. That's why. Look, the last point, and that's what's failing us the most. That's what's failing us. This is what's failing us the most. Our collective apathy, our collective ambivalence, our collective aloofness. Yes. Man, Rob, what the fuck? What do apathy and ambivalence and aloofness? Fuck are you talking about, bro? Here, let me get something for you real quick. You see this shit right here? Nigga, it's a dictionary, nigga. It's a dictionary. So for people who don't know what apathy, ambivalence, aloofness, if you don't know what the words mean, let me help you out a little bit. That's what they mean. You don't give a fuck. And you sitting in the house watching the news and turning your nose up at your own people and won't do nothing. Won't do nothing. Won't work with Black Spot Project. Won't work with my hood, my block, my city. Won't work with New Era Chicago. Won't work with Fess over there at Dendera's house or Donna's house. If I'm mispronouncing it, man, please forgive me, Fess. Won't work with them. I know what I'm talking about because I've been working with our kids last few years. I left corporate America. I left corporate America to do social service. That's why I left. Because I was looking at stories and feeling a certain type of way like, damn, can't I do something? Can't I do something? I was working in alternative schools, in the alternative school network, the Youth Connection charter schools. And what we did, I'm very proud of. Kids that gave up on themselves. I did the best that I could to try to instill some pride in them. Some go get it, because ain't nobody gonna help you but you and them. I went down to 26 in California, begged judges not to put my students in jail, give them one more chance. And unfortunately, I went to the graveyard too and cried. I'm thinking about Kurt right now. You don't know him, but this man, he was a good kid. He got kicked out of school because he had brought some weed to school. So we had to kick him out. Because it's the law. It's the law. It's the law. So I had to kick him out. I had to kick him out of school. And I was fearful that something was going to happen, because Kurt didn't have the best habits. He didn't have the best people around him to convince him to do better. He was turning the corner. Two weeks after he got kicked out of school, in a pickup basketball game, and was talking shit to a dude after he had beat him. Dude shot him in the head twice. It's the mentality behind the gun. I'm not telling none of our young people to put them guns down. I ain't telling them that. Keep your gun. Keep your gun. Just don't use it on yourself. When you shoot your brother, that's yourself. That's what we got to teach our kids. Humanity. Humanity. You love them because you see yourself in them, and you see the greatness that he got in them. Instead of locking all our kids up, we got to do the work, because they're going to pass another law. It's going to be another fucked up candidate that win. What we going to do? What we going to do? I'm out, man.
It's a conspiracy cause we labeled as rotten niggas. We portrayed as crackheads, hookers, and con pickers. Say we nothing but athletes, entertainers, and drug dealers. Then we make it worse, calling ourselves thug niggas. Our families toe up from the floor, and most of us grow up with pops that don't even know us. We the poets in our own hoods, we don't know nothing. With no education, can't even get a loan or nothing. So we resort to selling packs, raps, and tracks, trying to make something out of nothing. How you loving that? We need more of our own businesses and jobs. That'll give us something to do, sides kicking it with the mob. And with more income, there'll be less people getting robbed, and less dope fiends and funerals is by moms. And living in the murder capital of the world, this is inspiration to all my little black girls. My diamond in the rough, my little black pearls. My strong black brothers, my precious black girls. This is dedicated to you, the future of the world. Dedicated to you, the future of the world. My diamond in the rough, my little black pearls. My strong black brothers, my precious careful evaluation, this is the realization. We need more love and meaningful communication. A house can't stand if it's split at the foundation. Being your brothers, keeping the first step to unification. Institutional racism and economic segregation, and all the negative energy associated with paper chasing. Gotta take that same energy, use it to heal a nation. You and I versus all, gotta be everyday conversation. Gotta take responsibility, gotta make it happen. Cass is waiting on that push from Reverend Jesse Jackson, a Farrakhan please unite us. Where's our determination? Take the first step to straighten out our situation. Some of the problems we facing stem from self-hatred, and videos got our own sisters half naked. To be in rotation on some television station, positive energy activates constant elevation. My diamond in the rough, my little black pearl, my strong black brothers, my precious black girl. This is dedicated to you, the future of the world. Dedicated to you, the future of the world. My diamond in the rough, my little black pearl, my strong black brothers, my precious black girl. This is dedicated to you, the future of the world. Dedicated to you, the future of the world. What we gotta do to make our situation better? First, we need more education so we can get more cheddar. We gotta build each other up instead of tearing each other down. Gotta give each other a reason to smile instead of frown. Gotta raise the shorties so they know they got hope. More ways to get rich, to rap and hooping and selling dope. We diamonds in the rough, but that's okay. We just need inspiration to see some brighter days. I know and realize, really no surprise. I feel how you feel, no one can see it through your eyes. Keep your head to the sky. My people from the ghetto, when you said you couldn't make it, you held on and stayed strong. Coming up even though we didn't have much dough. Made something out of nothing just to come up, Joe. Our shorties need hope, not just gangster tales. Wanna see them doing well and staying out of jail. My diamond in the rough, my little black pearl, my strong black brothers, my precious black girl. This is dedicated to you, the future of the world. Dedicated to you, the future of the world. My diamond in the rough, my little black pearl, my strong black brothers, my precious black girl. This is